Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going? So, what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2015 Grand Cherokee with a 3.6 liter. The customer's complaint is check engine light is on and they have a stuttering sensation. This thing's got 63,600 miles on it. They said they know it's not the transmission, whatever that means, but okay. I can feel something, it feels like a misfire. So, I pulled up codes, and the codes that were showing up were PO306, which is cylinder number 6 misfire, and a PO300 multi-cylinder misfire. Now, I brought up on my scanner here the misfire counters, and I just want to show you something. If you look down, they're all at 0 right now. Yeah, they're all at 0 right now, but I can actively feel a misfire every once in a blue moon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing for a quick ride. I want to see if I can get anything to change on there. See if I can actually see something. Because it's just kind of weird that it shows a PO306 and a multi-cylinder, but then I see nothing on the misfire monitor or misfire counter. Just odd. So, sorry, I got a message. So, yeah, let's go for a ride and let's see what happens. Okay, this thing's misfiring like crazy. But something interesting. I don't know why it's doing it. But I'm going to show you in a minute here, if I can. Ah, they're doing something in Mexico. And I have part of my roads blocked off. So I got no idea what they're doing. But I can enter here. Alright, interesting. It is misfiring like crazy. But I got 0. See, it's showing global disable. I wonder why that is. I'm not even 100% certain why it's showing global disable. Because it's not allowing it to read misfires. Let's see. I wonder if I clear codes, if it'll help, because data is not going to show me anything different. Let me try clearing the codes, because it's not going to show me anything here. Oops. Did I? Let's see. Miscellaneous functions. Okay, nothing there. Function's not going to be there. Functional tests. That's where. No. Data. Been in there. Okay. And then which cylinder is misfiring? Global disable. Alright, so let me go and clear codes. I gotta shut it off though on this one. Turn the key to the run position. Clear codes, yes. Tell you what, I smell burning oil on this car too. Okay. Let's start it. See, okay. Misfire monitor status in progress. Okay. So yeah, it's cylinder number 6, definitely picking up. Alright, let me go and turn around. That number should be climbing. Because I could definitely feel it misfire. See cylinder number 3. Like, I would not go after cylinder number 3, even though it's showing 2 misfires. I would not go after that. When you have one cylinder misfiring as bad as number 6 is, go after that first, because that's more than likely creating your misfire on the other cylinder. Because the imbalance of the motor can actually create a ghost misfire, basically, or a misfire that's not actually happening, but the computer thinks it is. I don't know if you can tell how bad this thing is running. It is just misfiring like mad. So that's a bad coil, bad plug. All right, let's get back to the shop. I don't know if you can see that. We now have a flashing check engine light because it's misfiring so bad. But it's all on cylinder 6. So like I said, we pursue that first before we go any further. I don't remember if cylinder 6 is the one that's underneath the intake. I got a funny feeling it is. Which stinks because you can't just swap coils, you know what I mean? You gotta take the intake off to do that. Well, let's find out when we get to the shop. Here's what's interesting. Back in the shop, the global disable came up on the scanner there. And see how cylinder number 3 is misfiring now? And cylinder 6 is not. But this thing's misfiring like crazy, so I got a problem on 3 and 6. But it's just weird that global disable is up, but now 6 is not showing at all. Also, I hear something tapping under the hood, which that's not good when it's a 3.6. But it might not be that bad. And here's the weird thing. I was just getting ready to get out of the car, and all of a sudden the misfire stopped. And look at that. Cylinder 3 stopped misfiring. I got a couple of issues here. Not exactly sure what's going on just yet. That's hot as all get out. I'm curious what the intake air temperature actually is on this. Let's see what the intake air temperature actually is. Let me find that in data. Go to throttle. Maybe it's in throttle. I don't know where it's going to be located. Let's see. No, not there. Let's try engine. .127 degrees. It's 75 out now. Oh no, it's 78 now. Intake air temperature is 125 degrees now. So how cold is that cold air intake? You know how much I don't like them. So unfortunately, we don't have time to work on this right now. Cylinder 1 is here. I'll show you. Cylinder 1 is here. That's an original coil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody's already replaced coil number 5. Now, were they thinking that was 6? That's why they threw that in there? I don't know. And it looks like, I don't know if somebody's had this valve cover off, because I hear that ticking noise this thing is making. I don't know. It looks like it. Somebody's been in this motor. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in this motor. Somebody's disturbed those valve cover gaskets. I can see witness marks on the bolts. So we're going to have to get some diagnostic time on this, because we're going to have to pull the intake, because 6 is underneath the intake over on that side. So, all right. Well, for now, that's how this thing's going to stay until they approve us doing some work to it. I can't get over this, how hot that is. Yeah, sucking in hot air. The factory plastic intake works much better than this. I'm not even sure if that's really a Mopar. I mean, it could be. But they make things like this just to sell to people, because for some reason people think it adds performance, and it does absolutely nothing. Except hurt your gas mileage usually. And then you get to hear that whoop noise as it goes down the road. You know, certainly that makes your car faster. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Hope you're getting something out of my videos. If you already hit that like button. Have a great day. Keep wrenching. So I got the approval to put the 6 plugs and 3 coils in this thing. So I'm going to pull this thing apart. I'm not going to walk you through the whole process of pulling this thing apart. I just don't have the time to do that. But once I get it apart, I'll show you. So right off the bat, I found the reason for cylinder 3 misfire. Check this out. So here at the base of the boot, see that? That's where spark's been jumping out. This coil's already been changed, and this coil is an original Mopar, just like this one. But yeah, if you look at the bottom, that's carbon tracking, and that's where the spark itself from the coil, instead of going down through the plug, was arcing out and into the wall of the tube there somewhere. I'd say it would be on this side here, but obviously you can't see it from all the way up here. But now we're going to pull those plugs out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this coil out, and I'm probably going to exchange it with one from that side, because like I said, we're going to put 3 new coils in on that side. All right, let's keep going. So plugs 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, 5. If you look, 3, the one that had that misfire at the end, you can see it's a bit darker than the others. But other than that, I mean, they don't look terrible. But like I said, we're putting plugs in this thing regardless. The reason I didn't go over pulling the upper intake is because I've done it before on caravans and stuff. Exactly the same thing, just in a different orientation, that's all. Plus, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of time to sit here and film doing that. So that's off, and I'm going to pull out the other coils and plugs. And if you recall, 6, the back one on that side, that's the one that had the most misfires. So let me put some rags down the intake so I can start taking those coils out. Okay, so 2, 4, and 6. 2 has a little marking on it there. That's not from me pulling it out. That was on there. So I wouldn't trust this one to swap over. This is the one I'm going to swap over, because this is the one. This one is clean. Now look at 6. 6 has multiple areas that could be creating a problem, or that definitely are creating a problem, I should say. So, but that's the reason for the misfire. Anytime you see that white ashen stuff on there, just replace it. I don't know if you can get boots for these. I don't think you can, even though the boot might come off of the top there. But I'm not sure if you can, but we're going to put coils in this thing regardless. It's what I would do if it was my own vehicle. I'd put 3 coils in this thing just because it's under the intake, and I won't have to mess with it again. Okay, so the wear on these plugs is a little unique, or a little interesting, I should say. If you look close, you see this one's okay, but the grounding strap electrode seems to be worn off. That's 2. Here's 4. A little bit of oil, it looks like, on there. But then again, look at the grounding strap, how it wore. See that? pretty interesting. And here's 6. This is the one that had the huge misfire. Look how worn out that is. That's pretty shot. Kind of amazing considering the odometer only reads 65,000. I think that's what it read, 65,000. Wasn't an incredible amount of mileage on this thing. I don't know, a little odd. Although, like I said, this motor's been out of here, or it's had work done to it, so I'm not quite sure what the history is behind this vehicle. But anyway, those are original Chrysler plugs. So we're gonna put the plugs in. I'm gonna put the 3 new coils on this side. Cylinder 2 coil is gonna go on 3, because that's the one that had the misfire on the other side. And then we're gonna put the rest of this all back together. Okay, so that's all together. So now the reason for the rags down the intake is obviously because you don't want to drop stuff down the intake. So now I'm just going to pull the rags out, change those gaskets, and we're going to put the intake back on this. And then we're going to go for a road test after I get everything all situated. There we go, all back together. Everything's back in place. Let's go for a road test. Okay, so I got all the codes cleared out of it before I started anything here, because remember, if you noticed before that for some reason the misfire monitor status, the number of misfires that were occurring, wasn't changing until I cleared the codes, and all of a sudden it would start to change. So right now I have 0. I have, oops, I'll shut that off. Absolutely nothing going on, all at zeros, all misfires. On different scanners, this section may be an OBD, so I don't know why Chrysler did what they did here. This is not, the scanner is showing you what the factory allows you to show you, or allows them to show you. Like I said, so this may be in a different section in another scanner. This is my Snap-on scanner. Yes, I do still use it. I like to use it every once in a while just to keep the rust off of it. But yeah, so let's go take this for a ride and let's see what it does. I'm pretty confident this is fixed, just judging by the way those coils look and how shot those spark plugs were. So, but yeah, let's go for a ride. I can't tell you this thing before it was misfiring like mad, and now it's got no misfires whatsoever. It's running perfectly fine. So I'm just going to cross the border here and go into Mexico. Yeah, before, just accelerating like this, it was misfiring like mad. It's got absolutely no misfires now. Pretty amazing how worn spark plugs and some deteriorated boots can actually create such a problem. Now you might be asking, why didn't I just put boots on it? Well, this thing actually is covered by a warranty, so they agreed to do the coils and plugs. Huh, interesting. I don't know if you can see that. There's a yellow chain link fence going across the entrances to that side of Mexico. Interesting. So I wonder what's going on here. Tired. I don't sleep too good with all these back issues, let me tell you. So, I had an MRI last week. The results were read to me just yesterday, and it turns out, I was thinking I slipped a disc or something like that. Nope, it's arthritis. It's all arthritis. I knew I had arthritis back when I was 18 years old. My upper back, they had done some x-rays and stuff like that, trying to figure out what my back issues were, and it was arthritis. Well, guess what? It's affecting my lower back now, and it's pinched. It's got a buildup on the nerve canal, so there's a buildup on the bone, and it's pinching the nerves, and that's what's causing my pain into my leg and everything else. So, waiting for more doctor's appointments. Anyway, continue on here. Let's just look at the misfire monitors, and whoops. We're all at 0. So, like I said, I was pretty convinced this was fixed, especially after I saw those 2 coils, and then that one was a little suspect, but I was replacing 3, so yay customer. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching. Actually, before I end this video, let me just show you something. Been driving it up the road. Intake air temperature, 120 degrees. It's 81 degrees outside. How cold is that? Come on. And that's a Mopar piece. You know why they sell those? Because people buy them. That's why. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.